Hello everyone, welcome to MBA Karo. So today is the 15th day of hot summer and we have reached the half of this series, and today we are going to cover a very important topic for CAT, which is Venn diagram. It is often tested in the examination. If you look at the past year papers of the last 6-7 years, you will see that almost every year you get a set on Venn diagram. So in this we are going to cover 3 set Venn diagram, 4 set Venn diagram, equation based Venn diagram, maxima minima based Venn diagram. So please watch this video and enjoy the sets discussed in this video. If you are not yet a subscriber of this channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Here you will get the best content for all MBA entrance examinations. So this is the schedule which we have been following. Today is 15th of June and we are going to solve questions on Venn diagram. So half of the series is done. Please cover the half till now and the remaining half as well. That is definitely going to boost your performance in the exam. In case you are preparing for CAT and are looking for a structured preparation, you can enroll in our CAT batch, and you can use the code HOT to get 20% off till the end of this month. So as we solve the sets, I'll show you the set, the questions, pause the video, try to solve, note your time, and then once you are done with it, look at the solution. So let's begin with the first set. This is a relatively easy set. It says that in an institute there are students enrolled in 3 different programming languages, Java, Python and HTML, and a student is enrolled in none, one or multiple languages. Okay. So let's look at the Venn diagram and try to solve it. Okay, so we will have to find out that which of the statements give direct data, right? Does it give any of the statements give direct data? So instead of reading statements one by one, first read the statement which gives direct data. Okay, so the 3 programs are Java, Python and HTML. So let us write JPH. Okay, first of all, if you read these numbers, only this gives 21 students did not enroll in any of the language. So this number is 21. Okay, so it's first statement to execute. Then we are given a lot of statements. So let's go one by step, step by step. It says the number of students enrolled in only Java is 3/4 the number of students only in HTML. So let us say only HTML is 4A. So only Java will be 3A. Okay, now if you look at the last statement, because like you have this vision, you should be able to see the statements. Like if you develop this ability, that's great. Like instead of reading one by one, if you are able, since we read this statement, your vision must have gone to this particular line. Last वाली line दिख गई होगी, ये line देखते हुए 1/4 of the total students enrolled only HTML. So only HTML, it has been described 2 times. So 1/4 of the total students enrolled in only HTML. So only HTML is 4A. So that means total students will be 16A. Okay. So total is 16A. That we need to keep in mind, and that will help us solve the equation later on, right? So 1/4 of 16A, that is 4A, and Java is 3/4 of it, that is 3A, right? All right. So let's look at other information. The number of students enrolled in only Python is 40% more than the number of students enrolled in Python and Java but not HTML. Python and Java, not HTML, and another category is talking about only Python. So it is 40% more. 40% more means 2/5 more. Okay, so that means this category, if you take as 5B, only Python will be 7B. Okay, so another information that we have put in this Venn diagram. The number of students enrolled in all 3 languages is twice the number of students enrolled in Python and HTML but not Java. Okay, Python and HTML but not Java. So let us say this number is C. So this number is 2C. Okay, then next we read these 2 statements. The number of students who enrolled in both HTML and Java. So this part is 20% more than the number of students enrolled in only Java. Okay, so this is like this complete part is 20% more than only Java. Okay, so this is 3A, so this entire part should be 3.6A. okay, and like this complete part, so 3.6A minus 2C. so for now let's just put this number. Okay, we will solve for it. Then only one of the statements is left, two statements in fact. The number of students enrolled in only Java is 3 times the number of students enrolled in Python and Java but not HTML. So Python and Java but not HTML. So this is 3 times of it. So it says A. Now see, instead of making it into fractions, let us take this as 5B and change the values of A accordingly. So for example, if this is 5B, it says only Java is 3 times enrolled in Python and Java but not HTML. So this we took as 5B. So instead of making it A by 5, right? So let's make it A is equal to 5B. So it will become 15A. It will become 18A. Now it becomes a non-integer value here. It becomes an integer coefficient. This will be 20A and total will become 80A. That will make it simple to solve the question. Okay. Alright, now we are left with one more piece of information. The number of students who enrolled in both HTML and Python, that means 3C, is the average of the number of students enrolled only for HTML and only for Python. Only for HTML, only for Python. Only HTML, only Python. So that is the average of these numbers. Okay. Now, sorry, this is 5B, not A. We converted A to B. So this is 5B, 20B, and this will be 80B. So now we see that the number of students who enrolled in both HTML and Python, so 3C, is the average of the number of students enrolled only for HTML, only for Python. Only for HTML, only for Python, that is 27B. Okay. So this is equal to, the average is 13.5B, that is the average. So 3C is 13.5B, so that means C is equal to 4.5B. okay. Now what we can do here is, see, we are given almost all the values in terms of B, so let us convert this into B. So this becomes 9B, okay. This becomes 4.5B, and 18B minus 9B, that remains as 9B. Okay. Now what we can do is, we can alt all this and get the result. Okay. So when we add this, this is 20, 27, 27 plus 18, 45, 45 plus 20, 65, 69.5B, 69.5B plus 21, because 21 is outside, that is equal to 80B. So 10.5B is 21, or we can say B is equal to 2, right? So multiply all the values by 2, you will get the desired numbers. So this number will be 30, this is 10, 14, these two numbers are 18 and 18, this is 9 and this is 40. So these are the numbers that you will get for this Venn diagram. Okay. So how did we simplify it? We took basically this total 16A, we got 4A and 3A, then there was a relation between A and B. So gradually we converted all these three variables into a single variable and solved the equation to get the numbers. Okay. Now what is the total number of students in the institute? That is 80B, B was 2, so 160 students. How many students enrolled only for Python? We have 14 students here. How many students enrolled in HTML? So when we say HTML, we need to add all these values. So we have 40 plus 45, 85 students. How many students enrolled in both Java and Python? So both Java and Python means this combined number, which is 28. How many students enrolled in at most 2 languages? At most means you can have 0 language, 1 language or 2 languages, right? So there are 160 students, out of which 18 people have enrolled in all 3 languages. So we will subtract this 18. So we will get 142 students who enrolled in at most 2 languages. So this was the solution to the set. Moderate level set, it is all about taking the variables in a smart way, avoiding fractions, right, to get the desired result. Like for example, if you took this as a total number of students at A, you would have got everything in decimal fractions. Okay, so we took this one, it says 3/4, so we took 3 and 4. Then we saw that it is still 1/4, so we took the total as 16A. And then we saw that A is equal to 5B, so we converted A into B, and then we took the total number accordingly. So this is how you solve these kind of problems. Alright, so let's look at the next question. So if you are an Avenger fan, then obviously you would love solving this question. It says that in an Avenger fan club there are 3000 kids. A survey was conducted for their liking of Captain America, Thor or Iron Man. Okay, the ratio of boys to girls in the club is 5:3. On the day of the survey, 75 boys and 75 girls were absent. The result obtained from the remaining kids were, right? So now in this case, you will make two Venn diagrams of 3 sets each. So we will have something like this. Okay, so let us say this is for boys and this is for girls, right? So let's proceed into this. So there are 3 things. One is Captain America, Thor or Iron Man. Okay, so we are just putting this numbers. Right, now if you see this data, it is given in terms of percentage values. It does not give numbers, right? Although numbers are given in the beginning, but try to solve it in terms of percentages, like only Captain America kitna percent hai, Thor or like Thor and Captain America, how much is the percentage? Okay, so like this you need to put in and find out the required percentages. Okay, also the number is given in the beginning. We will use that number in the end to calculate the numbers that they have asked for. So anyway, like say it says 3000 kids, boys to girls is 5:3, right? So boys is 5/8 of 3000, which turn out to be 375 into 5, which is 1875. Okay, so girls will be 1125. This is boys, this is girls. Now it says that 75 boys and 75 girls were absent. So subtract 75, subtract 75. So boys present are 1800 and girls present are 1050. Okay, so that will be the total. Wherever it is needed, we will use that total. Right, but let's first solve this set in terms of percentage values. Whatever percentages are given for different regions, we shall put it. Okay. Each kid like at least one superhero. So that means outside the Venn diagrams, we do not have any value to fill in. 50% of the boys like Captain America, while 50% of the girls like Thor. So Captain America is 50 and Thor here is 50. Now these are percentage values. So let me use, okay, so we have all percentages values only, so no need to get confused in this. 3% of the boys liked all 3 superheroes, while this percentage was 4% among girls. Okay, so easy to fill. The number of boys like only Thor was 50% more than the number of boys who like only Iron Man. You'll have to frame equations. So let's put some values that is that are direct percentages first. Okay, so number, this is some relation, same relation. The percentage of boys liking only Captain America and Thor was 7%. Only Captain America and Thor. So that means this part, only Captain America and Thor. So this is 7%. While Thor and Iron Man was 5%. Okay. Thor and Iron Man 5%. and only Iron Man and Captain America was 9%. So 7, 5, 9. That ratio is given to us. It says the respective percentages for girls were 8, 6 and 6. 8, 6 and 6. So that is also given to us. Okay. So we filled this value also. Now it becomes quite easy to fill. We have just 2 more statements remaining, and this data that this is total is 50. So 9, 3, 12, 19. So this part will be 31. This is 8, 6, 4, that is 18. This is 32. Okay, so ये भी fill हो गया. We just have to find these 4 percentages and then we are set to answer the questions. It says the number of boys liking only Thor was 50% more than the number of boys liking only Iron Man. Okay, Iron Man and only Thor. So 50% more. So that means if it is only Iron Man is 2x, this will be 3x. Easy equation to solve. Total is 100%. This part is already 50. So 50. This is 5x plus 5. So 5x, 5. This is 5. 55. So 5x is 45. So x is 9. So this means this is 18 and 27. So this was a very simple set. It was just that you should know that you have to make 2 Venn diagrams. Okay. Now the last piece of information which remains with us is the number of girls like only Captain America. Only Captain America was the same as the number of girls liking only Iron Man. Okay. So this is 50, 56. So we have 22 and 22%. So the key here was, like, although it was a very simple set, like easily you can draw the Venn diagram. The thing is, do not calculate numbers. Like there are some students who try to calculate 9% of 180, 1800, right? 6% of 1050. That is not needed because all the information is given in terms of percentages. So like see, there are simpler things. Sometimes people just make things complicated. वो percentage values निकालते हैं, फिर वो values calculate करते हैं और put करते हैं. So instead of that, put percentage terms. Now if a particular question asks about the number, in that question we can calculate. So we avoided all these calculations by just using the percentage denotions. So we knew that in the entire set we are given percentage values. So use percentage values in this case. Alright, so now let's look at the questions. What is the ratio of boys liking Iron Man to those liking Thor? So Iron Man, we will have to add all these values. So which goes 18, 27, 30, 35. Right, so 35. So these 2 cannot be the answers. And Thor is this complete circle, which is 34 plus 8, 42. So 35 ratio 42, which is 5 ratio 6. What is the number of girls liking Iron Man? Okay, so Iron Man is this value, which is 28 plus 10, 38%. So 38% of 1050. So 38 into 10.5. We can do it as 19 into 21. Okay, so can be done as 20 square minus 1, that is 399. Okay, so the answer is 399. So if you know these, like I will tell you what calculation I have done here, right? So you can multiply by 10 and half also, like 380 plus 19 bhi kar sakte ho. Other way what I did was, like if you have a number in decimal, so you can convert it, like if it is ending in 0.5, you convert it into multiplied by 2, you multiply it by half. The product remains same. Now 19 and 21 are 20 minus 1 and 20 plus 1. I mean, I do such calculations in my head, but I have written it. How do I execute this operation, these calculations? What is the difference between the number of only Captain America fans and only Thor fans? Okay, so in this you will have to do a bit of calculation, but not a big deal. So only Captain America is 31% of the boys and 22% of the girls. So, and only Thor is 32% of the girls and 27% of the boys. So let's see only who wins. So if you look at only Thor is 27 into 18 plus 32 into 10.5, right? And if you look at only Captain America, that is 31 into 18 plus 22 into 10.5. So these are the values that you will have to calculate and find the difference. Let us do the calculations. 31 into 18, 540, 18 into 30, 540 plus 18, 558 plus this is 220 plus 11, 231, and this value is 27 into 18, 27 into 9 is 243, double is 486, and this is 320 plus 16, 336. Okay, so this comes as 789, and this is 720. So the difference comes out to be 67. So please check this answer again, like if the value matches. Okay, so maybe I mean, these are the like if you get this kind of a calculation wherein like the values are this calculation based, so solve them, like take some time to solve the question. I mean, maybe you might like let's just, so sorry, this is not 67. If I take this is 822, that is the difference is 33. So my bad, that's what happens like if such questions are there. Okay, so you might make mistake in calculations. So just to tell that if such calculations are involved, solve that particular question in the end. Okay, so let's say you are given a set with 5 questions. Okay, not necessary that you solve all the questions. So if that is the question, we know this is the question that requires time for calculation. So don't be in a hurry, solve that question smoothly. Okay, last question says what percent of the users surveyed like all 3 superheroes. So we need to find that percentage here. So all 3 superheroes is 3%, that is 54, and this value is 4 of this, that is 42. So total is 96 out of 2850, and we need to convert to percentages. So this is 2 times and this will be 57. Okay, you can say 32 by 19. So 64 by 19, that is 3.57, and 7 remains, 19 threes are, so this would be 3.37%. Okay, so once you get 3.3, there is only one option with 3.3, so that is our answer. So this was the solution to this particular set. Easy to solve. It was just about not calculating the values but just calculating the percentages. Okay, I hope you are enjoying this session thus far. So please don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends who are preparing for CAT. Tell them that if they want to solve some quality sets on different topics, they can subscribe to the channel and complete this series. Okay, so let's now move on to the next one. So disclaimer that consuming alcohol is injurious to health. So not promoting alcohol, but an interesting question for you to solve. So it says that there is a bar in a city that's name is Glassy. It serves only 3 kinds of alcoholic drinks: gin, rum and vodka. And last Friday, not all customers necessarily consumed alcohol. So whoever visited the bar, they did not necessarily consume alcohol. So there will be some visitors, okay, and some of them might have consumed it. And among the people who consumed alcohol, this is the information which is given to us, right? So we will make 3 sets here. Let's make the Venn diagrams here. And this is a tough one, so I hope the ones who paused the video and tried to solve it must have taken significantly very high time. मतलब लग गया होगा at least आधा घंटा लग जाएगा इस सेट को सॉल्व करने में. If you are able to solve it within 15 minutes, that's great. Like अगर आपने 15 minutes, that's some very big achievement if you solve it within 15 minutes without looking at the solution. Because this requires too much of quantitative ability. So let's begin and see the solution. So it says now if you see the numbers, one number is given as 28. So let's put the values here. So it says gin, rum and vodka. Okay, so these are the values, gin, rum and vodka that we have taken. Now one of the values that is given as who had only gin and vodka was 28. Only gin and vodka, this number is given as 28. I think this is the only number which is given to us, right? Now pay attention to each of the statements and like especially these one. Okay, for every 3 customers who had only gin, there was one customer who had only vodka and rum. Okay, so only gin, only vodka and rum. Okay, so like these kind of statements for only every 3 customers, pay attention to it. Here we will form an equation, right? Equation in the sense plus minus, otherwise all these are ratio based statements. So let's start with this. The number of customers who had only vodka was twice the number of customers who had only rum. Okay, so let us say a number of people had only rum, so only vodka will be 2a. So that is one equation that we will form. Okay, this is done. Now similarly, if you go to this statement, it says for 3 customers who had only gin, there was one customer who had only vodka and rum. So this only gin is 3 times of only vodka and rum. So let us say we take this value as b, so this value will be 3b. Okay, so this is also done. These 3 are done. We have 2 more and 3 more statements. Now it says for every 3 customers who had vodka, there was one customer who had rum and vodka. For every 3 customers who had vodka, there was one customer who had rum and vodka. Okay, and so this means that people who have vodka is 3 times the number of rum and vodka. So this is, so let's say this means if the total vodka is like, if total vodka is 3x, it says that 3 customers who had vodka, so 3:1 hona chahiye. So this means we are doing 3:1, 3:1, same in the last 2 statements. So if all vodka is 3x, there is one customer who had rum and vodka. So this complete portion is x, the sum of these 2. Now if this is x, this will be this portion, the one in that crescent is 2x. Okay, so this part is 2x and this part is x. So like just marking it with different color to understand. If the black region is x, the green region is 2x. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, so I have okay. So similarly we will find, so this part is done. So we will form equations, we will put some variables here, and also what we did was, this was a and 2a, this was b and 3b. Okay, similarly for every 3 customers who had rum, so if there are 3 people who are having rum, there was one customer who had gin and rum. So this part, gin and rum, this is one part, this is 2 parts. Okay, so we will use this. So now we let's put some more variables. Let us put c and d and try to understand this scenario. Okay, so let's revisit this thing. So it says for every 3 customers who had vodka, there was one customer who had rum and vodka. So let's understand through this part. So ये vodka वाला circle है. So that vodka is 3x, and this portion, that is rum plus vodka, it is x. Okay, so this is x, so the other portion to be 2x. So basically we can form an equation like this, that 28 plus 2a is equal to 2 times of b plus b. Okay, so एक equation ये बन गई हमारी. So we can say that a plus 14 is b plus, one of the equations is this. Okay, एक equation बन गई हमारी. Now we will use the same relation in the last statement also. 3 customers who had rum, so these are rum drinkers, that is 3x. There was one customer who had gin and rum. So gin and rum, this is G and R. So this is 1. So this is x. So the remaining part will be 2x. So this part a plus b is double of c plus. एक second equation हमारे पास आ गई, right? Now there is one more thing which says that one statement which is remaining, and that will give us another equation in these variables. It says that the number of customers who had both vodka and rum. So I'm erasing this because a lot of data has to be put in. Both vodka and rum. Both vodka and rum means B plus D is 24 more than twice the number of customers who had only rum and gin. So pay attention to each of the words carefully. Only rum and gin is C, twice of them is 2C, and this number is 24 more than that. So B plus D is 2C plus 24. So this is the third equation. Okay. Now if you see B plus D, there is a relation A plus 14. So we can say A plus 14 is 2C plus 24. So this gives us A is equal to 2C plus 10. A के relation आ गया. Now we have basically four variables, but we have just 3 equations, isn't it? Like if there were 4 equations, we would have got definite values of A, B, C and D. But here we will not get definite values of A, B, C and D. Now if you see the questions also, it says what could be the minimum number if, right, could be a possible, right? So there are certain questions that ask if this happens, if that happens, right? So we will be making multiple cases. So let's put in the values and find the number of like A, B, C, D. Let's find the possible number of solutions of A, B, C, D, right? So if we see, let's put C equal to 0. So let's start with C 0. Okay, so there is possibility that it can be 0. It is not mentioned that it cannot be 0. So if we take C equal to 0, then what will happen is, then A will be 10 because A is 2C plus 10. Okay, A 10 हो गया. Now second equation, that will be B plus D is A plus 14 is B plus D. So B plus D will turn out to be 14. Okay. And then B plus D will be 24. A plus 14. Okay, so that is 24. And from this also you can get 24. So one is this equation. And then another equation is A plus B, that is 10 plus B equals twice of C plus D. Okay, so C is 0, that is 2D, right? So we get 2D minus B is equal to 10, and another equation says B plus D is equal to 24. Now if you add this, we get 3D is equal to 34. We do not get an integer value. Remember that the number of people has to be an integer. Okay, so we see that we do not get integer value for C equal to 0. So what we will do, we will take C equal to 1 and test it. Okay. Now if we take C equal to 1, so this had given us 3D is equal to 34. So if C is equal to 1, then A automatically becomes 11, right? Now we will put here B plus D will become 25, because we are putting A is equal to, it is 2C plus 24, sorry 26. A is 2C plus 10, sorry, A will be 12, twice of this plus 10, so 12, and A plus 14, that is 26, is B plus D. Okay, then 10 plus, then we will put in this equation A plus B, that is 12 plus B will be equal to, this is 2 into C is 2 and plus 2D. So that means it will give us, first equation will give us B plus D is equal to 26. Second equation will give us 2D minus B is equal to 10. So 3D is equal to 36. So D will be 12. If D is 12, B is 14. Okay. Now if we see this, we are basically getting a coefficient of 3. Okay. So coefficient of 3 means that we will have to take the initial variable is c. Okay, so we will have to take c at a gap of 3. So if you understand linear equations well, you shall be able to put in the values. So let us let's say if you are not comfortable with it, you can try with c is equal to 2. Okay, c equal to 2 से try करते हैं. So a will be equal to a is 2c plus 10, that will be 14. Okay, now a is 14, this is 28, so b plus d is equal to 28, and a plus b is twice of c plus d. So and we got this relation, a plus b is twice of c plus d. Okay, so we will get a plus b, that is 14 plus b, is equal to 2c, that is 4, plus 2d. So we'll get b minus 4d. So b 2b minus 2d minus b, which is 10. So this is constant. अगर आप ये देख लो 2d minus b is 10, that is constant, that you are getting in every equation. Maybe you can substitute c here and you shall get the same result, that 2d minus b is constant. Okay, so maybe if you put a equal to 2c plus 10, अगर हम a equal to 2c plus 10 यहाँ रख देंगे, so a plus b is basically 2c plus 10 plus b, that is equal to 2c plus 2d. Okay, so we get a constant relation, that is 2d minus b is 10. So that is another equation that we are getting, that's a constant equation, right? So b plus d will fluctuate based on the values of a, b, c, right? A and c. Now if we put c equal to 2, we are getting 38, so not possible. Okay, so what did we notice? For c equal to 0, that this was coming as 34, 36. So for every change of 3 in c, there will be a change here. Like, so for 2 you are getting 38, for 3 you shall get 40, for 4 you will get 42, that will be an integer. So we need to check with a gap of 3. So we will check values like 1, 4. So we can have 4, then 7, 10, and so on. Okay, so if you put 4, so a will be put in this equation. A is 2c plus 10, so 18, this will be 24, this will be 30, and so on. Okay, then the value of b is so we will get 3d. 3d will be, this was 36, 42, 48, and this will be 54. So you will get 14, 16, 18, and so on. Okay, and here we will get this was an equation that 2d minus b is 10. So 2d, so b is 2d minus 10. So twice of d, that is 18. 32 minus 10, 22, 26, and so on. So we will get these set of values. Okay, so these are the set of values that we will get. Now let us look at the question and try to answer these questions based on the equations that we have formed. Okay, so this is quite a difficult one, forming the equations and then finding the solutions. Okay, now let us look at the questions. What can be the minimum number of customers who visited the bar on Friday? So we will have to first frame the equation of total number of visitors. Okay, total visitors is how much? Total visitors is, these are the ones who drink. Okay, not the visitors. Visitors में ये भी आ जाएंगे. Okay, this will also include the visitors. So if we see this is A is present 2 times, so 3A. Then B is present 4 times, so 4B. Then we have C and D present once, and 28. So this is the number of visitors. Okay, it is saying that minimum number of customers. Minimum of number of customers, we will assume that all people who visited drunk at the bar. Okay, because we are assuming this to be 0. Now 3A, so we will put in this value. So we shall get, like ये equation बन रही है number of visitors की, 3A will be 36 and 4B is 56, then C plus D is 13 plus 28. So this is 40 plus this is 92, 132, 133. So minimum visitors is 130. Okay. Now it says if 250 customers visited the bar on Friday, what could be the minimum number of customers who did not have any of the drinks? So we have to find that. So let's first find the total number of visitors for these cases and see कि 250 कहाँ पे set हो सकता है. So this is 133. Now this equation is 3a, that is 54 and 72, 126 plus 18, 144 plus 28, 172. 3a 72, 88, 160, 160 plus 23, 183, 211. Okay. 90, 104, 194, 194 plus 28, 222 plus 28, 250. So we see that there is an increase of 39 in each of the subsequent cases. Okay, that is what we are seeing, the noticing the increase. Now we will take this case. If 250 customers, it is saying that minimum number of customers who did not have any of the 3 drinks. Okay. Now if you consider this case, 250 customers are visiting and 250 of them are drinking, right? So we can have the number as 0. Now it does not mean that all necessary numbers will be 0. Suppose the question was 240 customers, right? So we would have taken this case and we would have done 240 minus 211, so that is 29, right? So it is not necessary that it will be it is going to be 0 always. Okay. Which of the following could be a possible number of customers who had exactly 2 of the 3 drinks? Okay. Exactly 2 of the 3 drinks means B plus C plus 28. Okay, that is the number that we are looking at. Okay. So if you see, this is B plus C is 15 in first case, second case it is 22, third case it is 29, 36, right? So that is the value of B plus C. Add 28 to it, so we can get 43, 50, this is 57, this is 64, right? Only which value matches, only possible value that can match is 50. Okay. Then next question says, what is the difference between the number of customers who had only gin and the number of customers who had only vodka? Okay, so only gin is 3B, right? And only vodka is 2A. So we need to find 3B minus 2A, right? Now, one might think that the answer cannot be determined, right? But let us check the values and see that if this thing matches for the given conditions. 3B minus 2A. So 3B, if you take in this first case, 42 minus 24. So first case में अगर आप लेंगे 42 minus 24, we are getting 18. Second case is 3B, which is 36. 54 minus 36, that is equal to 18. Third case में 66 minus 48, we are getting 18. Fourth case, if you take 78 minus 60, we are getting 18. So in each case we are getting the answer as 18. So probably in these equations itself, like there were several equations, right? ये equation में थी, ये equation में थी, ये equation में थी. अगर हम solve करते so probably we will get a relation between 3B minus 2A. ठीक है? If you want to figure out, see which 2 equations we can use, or like you'll have to just probably plug in the values. B and A की equation बनानी पड़ेगी using these given data. Okay, so probably using this you will be able to get I think this 2D minus B is 10, so we will substitute D here. Okay, so इसके equation की value कैसे आ सकती है? So one is obviously like putting in the values you check. Otherwise इस equation में A plus B is given as this. ठीक है, so A plus 14 is equal to B plus D दिया. From this equation we see that 2D is 10 plus B, so D can be put as half B plus 5. ठीक है, so A plus 14 is B plus half B plus 5. So we can say that this gives us we have to find 3b minus 2a. So this gives us 1 and a half b minus a is equal to 9. And if you multiply by 2, you get 3b minus 2a is equal to 18. So you could form equation for the same, right? No need to form that equation. You could look at the values and see for multiple values. If that matches, you will get the answer. Okay. So this was a very difficult set that required a lot of calculations on variables, and ideally this is some set which should be done in the end in the examination, not the first set to be picked in the exam. Okay, so I hope you loved this set and its explanation. So please don't forget to like this video. Alright, so I had I drew it again, so that's fine. Alright, so here's the next one. It is a 4-set Venn diagram. 4-set Venn diagram was asked in CAT 2020, I guess, was when it was asked, because that was when they introduced 3 slots. Okay, in CAT 2020 they asked 4-set Venn diagram. So it says a survey was conducted among 250 students to know which sport they like to play, cricket and tennis, and which sportsman they like the most between Sachin and Roger. So in this case, the set is not difficult, but it is just not calculation intensive. I would say that information intensive. Lot of information is given to us. You need to proceed step by step and fill in the information. So try this, and once you are done, then try to look at the solution. So in this we shall again draw a 4-set Venn diagram like this. Okay. So there are 4 sets, that is cricket, tennis, and Sachin and Roger. So we will mark these like cricket, tennis, Sachin and Roger. And based on the conditions, we will keep filling in the values. Right. So it says that each of the students who like to play both cricket and tennis like at least one of the 2 sportsmen. Okay, so like there are some statements given, that is put the values which are directly mentioned here. So instead of reading this entire passage, read the lines that give numbers, and if you can directly fill those numbers, great. ठीक है, ये सारी स्टेटमेंट छोड़ो, यहाँ पे मैं 52 दिख रहा है. See, we can easily spot numbers separately. It is easy for us to spot numbers in text, isn't it? So let us read those statements first, and then we will go to those conditions. It is 2 times है, या फिर 13 more है, or any such thing. So let's first spot the statements that talk about numbers. So even if you are given data in points or data in form of paragraph, just remember that spot the statements that talk about numbers. Okay, that will help you fill in the information fast. Okay, and if you get a specific region, great. So it says that the number of students who like tennis but neither cricket nor any of the other 2 sports person is 17. So that means only tennis is 17. Okay, they do not like other sports, and this is done. The number of students who like both sportsmen is 52. So that means this part is 52 because these people like both the sportsmen. So the total of this region is 52. The number of students who like both sportsmen but none of the 2 sports is 18. Both sportsmen but none of the 2 sports. So this is 18. The number of students who like Sachin but not Roger is the same as the number of students who like cricket but not tennis, which in turn is 77. Sachin but not Roger, okay, 77. And students who like cricket but not tennis, that is also 77. Okay, so this number here is, or I will write it above, this total is 77, right, of all these regions. Okay, and this Sachin is also 77. Okay, so that's what we can get from this information. Then the number of students who don't like any of the 2 sportsmen is 32. So they do not like any sportsman. So this part is, this total is 32. They do not like any sports person. The number of students who like Roger and both sports but not Sachin is 23. Roger, both sports. This is both sport. The central line is both sport. And they do not like Sachin and like Roger. So they do not like Sachin they like Roger, this number is 23. And the total number of students who like both sports is 77. So both sports. So both sports means this part is also 77. Both sports. Okay. So these two missing. So this total is also 77. This is also 77. The number of students who like none of the sports is 60, and those who like Roger but not Sachin is 89. So fine. None of the sports is 60. None of the sports, that means this these are the sports people. So this none of the sports means the sum of these three. So this is 60. And then finally we have an information that the number of students who like Roger but not Sachin is 89. So these people like Roger but not Sachin. So this number is 89 because these people like Roger and they do not like Sachin. Okay, so we have got a handful of totals, right? Now probably we will have to fill in some of the values and match these totals, right? So we shall be able to get the answer. Now we have executed all the statements which talk about numbers, and now we will proceed to the this first statements. It was found that each of the students who like to play both cricket and tennis liked at least one of the two sportsmen. So if they play both cricket and tennis, they will like at least one of the two sportsmen. So these people play both cricket and tennis, and they have to like at least one of the sportsmen. So it is not possible for any person to like both the sports but do not like any of the sportsmen. That's what it means. Okay, so you need to be good with reading English, understanding basic logic. So it says that if they like both sports, they have to like at least one of the two sportsmen. So this is 0. So this will be 15. So ये 32 वाला part done, right? Okay. Then it says that the number of students who like both sports and both sportsmen, both sports and both sportsmen. So that means all four. Okay. They like both sports and they like both sportsmen also. Is the same as those who like both sportsmen but neither of the two sports. Both sportsmen but neither of the two sports. So this value is 18. Okay. They like both sportsmen but neither of the sports. So this value is same as this, which is 18. But it is very important to understand the regions. Like 4 regions कौन से वाले जहाँ पे all 4 meet, where 3 of the meet, meeting of 2 of the regions, etc. It is very important to know. So both sports and both sportsmen, that means this part where all 4 when the sets meet, and it is same as both sportsmen but neither of the two sports. So that means only both sportsmen. So that is 18 and 18. Okay. Then we have filled this value also. Now this is 77, this is 41, so this will be 36. So this total is also taken care of, right? So we can keep removing those numbers. Now we have of the students who like tennis but not cricket. Tennis but not cricket. These are the people who like tennis but not cricket. None of the students like Sachin. So these people do not like Sachin. Okay, so they will like only Roger in this case. Now this is 0, this is 0. So 18, 18, 36. This will be 16. Okay, so this total is also done. Right, so we will have to find this total, and we are just left with few values. The number of students who like cricket but neither tennis nor any of the two sportsmen is the same. So that means only cricket. They like cricket, they do not like tennis, they do not like any of the other sportsmen. So this value is same as the number of students who like Sachin but neither Roger nor any of the two sports. So basically only cricket is equal to only Sachin. Okay. So like Sachin but neither Roger not. So this is 15. So this is 15. So ये 15 भी put हो गया. So now this is 15 plus 18, 33. This is 27. That will make it 60. Also this is 77. So 15 plus 36, 51. 26 will make it 77. This total is 77. So 41 plus this is 57. So this will be 20. Now this total is 89. So we have 50, 70. This will be 19. Okay, so these should be the totals. So you can recheck all the statements and check the grand total also, that should be 250. So this is 32 plus 65, 80, 112, 130, 130 plus 34, 164, 164 plus 50, 32 plus 62, 94, if I face 32, this is 62, 94, 109, 109 plus 16, 125, 161, 161, this is 50, 211, 230, 250. So 250 is the total that you are getting. Okay, so this is how we will solve the set. Okay, putting the values into it. Right, so what we did was, first of all, execute the statements that talk about direct numbers. ठीक है, is same as, तो पहले आपको पता होना चाहिए वो value क्या है, then you will say this is twice of it. So if you do not know the number, first number, you cannot tell the second number. Now if numbers are not given, then obviously you have to make statements like we did in the previous case, statements x and 2x, like that. So we put in the numbers directly, put in the required totals, understanding the regions, right? What does it mean, like cricket but neither of the, does not like tennis and neither of the sportsmen, so that means only cricket. So only Sachin and Roger but none of the sports, that means like only Sachin and Roger, and that sort of statements you must understand how to interpret them. If you interpret those well, you will be able to solve it. How many students like Roger and cricket but neither tennis nor Sachin? Okay, Roger, this is cricket. They should not like Sachin or tennis. Okay, so this part is tennis, so we will remove it. And so basically only Roger and cricket that they are talking about, Roger and cricket. So this is 20. How many students like tennis but not cricket? So we will add this part, tennis but not cricket, so that is 36. How many students like cricket? Add all these values. So this is 41, 57, 77, and this is 100 and 54, so 154. How many students do not like Sachin? Okay, so first find how many people like Sachin and subtract it from 250. So this is 62, 80, 80 plus 34, 114, 139. So 111 people do not like Sachin. Or you can add these also. This was like 111, 121. So 62, 80, 96, 96 plus 33, 129. So 121 do not like Sachin. Or you can add these also. This is 32 and this was 89. So I erase the values. You should have written, I mean, you obviously in the rough sheet you would erase those values. That would help us to answer the questions better. Okay, so this value is 121. How many students like both sportsmen but only one of the sports? So they should like both sportsmen but only one of the sports. So both sportsmen is this region and they should like only one of the sports. So this is one of the sports and this is one of the sports. So this total is, like last question, only one of the sports. They should not like both the sports and they should not like neither of the sports also. Okay, both sportsmen, only one of the sports. So this value is 16. So in Venn diagram, it is all about understanding the regions, especially 4-set Venn diagram में regions थोड़ा difficult होते हैं figure out करने. Okay, and please solve CAT 2020 slot 1 and slot 2 papers. In there, they had 4-set Venn diagram of like 1 set each. Plus, you can find some of those sets on my YouTube channel Aptitude Jab as well. Okay, so this was the solution to this particular set. Let's now move ahead. So I hope you are enjoying this session and liking the explanation of the video, the sets. Please do like this video. Alright, so now here's the next one. It says that a cricket academy had called 150 fast bowlers for selection. The academy was looking for bowlers who were experts at pace, swing and Yorkers. Okay, the bowlers with different skills were pace and Yorker but not swing. So let's say pace, swing and Yorker. Okay, so these are the three ones. It says pace and Yorker but not swing is 9. Pace and Yorker but not swing is 9. Swing and Yorkers but not pace 12. Swing and Yorker but not pace 12. Right, so that is the values given. And apart from that, we are given pace or swing but not Yorkers. Okay, what does it mean? Pace. See, there is a difference between and or. Okay, or means that pace or swing. So we will basically count this region. So this total region is 107. Okay. Now it said that each bowler had at least one of the three skills that the academy was looking for. So there is no bowler who is having none of the skills, right? The academy could find only one bowler with all three skills. So all three skills is only one bowler. Okay. So this is this given that this is these three total is 107. This is 10, 22, so 129. So this value will be 21. Okay. So 9, 1, 12, 21, and the sum of these three regions is 107. It was also found that for any skill, the number of bowlers who had that skill alone did not exceed 1/3 of the total number of bowlers called. So did not exceed 50. So it means that any one skill alone did not exceed 50. So this is less than equal to 50. This is also less than equal to 50. Okay, max we can go to 50. So this is a maximization and minimization based set. So wherein some values are given and some are constraint based. Okay. So the maximum values here can be 50 and 50, and this total is 107, the total of these three. So now the first question is, what is the minimum number of bowlers who have at least two of the three skills? So at least two of the three skills means this, this, this and this. So we need to do what? We need to find the minimum such number. Minimum कब आएगा? When see all other values are put, we need to find this minimum. So we will put the maximum here. We will try to put the maximum. So maximum here we can put is 50, 50. So 100. Then this becomes 7. So minimum we will get is 10 and 90, 29 such bowlers. Okay, that is what we will get. 9, 1, 12, 21. So that is that values we will fill in directly. Okay, and because that is already known to us, and these three add to 107. Okay, and in the subsequent question we will fill it. It says if 57 bowlers were expert at swing. So we did pace, Yorker and swing. So it says 57 bowlers were expert at swing but not Yorkers. So what does it mean that 57 bowlers are expert at swing but not Yorker? That means the total of this skill set. Then at most what percentage of the bowlers had more than one skill? So this is 57, that is given to us. So we will have only pace 50. Okay, that is we will have to take it like by default, right? Now it says at most, that means maximum. What percentage of the bowlers had more than one skill? Okay. More than one skill हमें maximize करनी है. More than one skill means we have to maximize this part. So now if you look at this, this is already 22, right? Now these two add to 57. Here the condition given is that it should be less than equal to 50. Okay? 50 is the upper limit. Lower limit, no such condition given. We are not given that there is like did not exceed. Did not exceed means we are given the upper limit. Upper limit can be 50. Lower limit can be anything not mentioned. So if you have to find this if you have to find the maximum here, let us put the minimum here. So let us put 0 here. So that means this becomes 57. Okay. If this becomes 57, add these 10 and 22, 57, 79. 79 out of 150. Okay, so you can say 158 by 300 divided by 3 is 52.67 percentage. Okay, so that's how we can maximize this region. So this particular set is comparatively easy, not much data given, but it is about maximizing and minimizing regions. So here's the next question. It says that if exactly half of the bowlers who were experts at pace were also experts at swing. So half of the bowlers who are expert as pace are also expert at swing. So this is like that alcohol based question, right? We did that question. There also we had similar thing. So it says that, let us say these are like total pace bowlers are 2x. So this part region should be x. This complete region should be x. So that means this crescent, like this is pace bowler. Okay, it is saying that pace bowler is 2x. So this is x. This part should also be x, isn't it? So that means like this should be equal to this. So these two, like this circle and this crescent should be equal. Okay, that's what you will get it. And exactly half of the bowlers who were experts at swing were also expert at pace. So same goes from this side also. Okay, so whatever is the sum in this center circle is the sum in this circle also. Okay, then how many bowlers were expert at only pace? So we need to find only pace expert. So understand it like this. So this is, so forget this Yorker. Okay, take this one, pace and swing. So this is x, this is x, this is x. Okay. So total all three regions should be same, right? So let's say, we take this variable as a. So this is a plus 12. So this should be a plus 12. So this is a plus 11, and this will be a plus 3. Okay. So all three regions are same. A plus 12, a plus 12, a plus 12, right? Now we know that the sum of these three is 3a plus 14, that is equal to 107. So 3a is 93, a is 31. Okay. A 31 come, so let's put this is 34, 31 plus 11, 42, and this is 31, right? So now you can see that this total is coming as 107. This is 43, this is 43, this is 43. So pace bowlers are 86, pace 86 है और उसमें से 43 दोनों में. This swing bowlers are also 86, 43 in both the categories. Okay, so this is how we will define the regions. It is similar to that what we did in that alcoholic drinks problem. That was also same thing, dividing the region in that particular ratio. Now it is saying that how many bowlers were experts at only pace. So we need to tell this value. This is 34. Okay. Alright, so let's look at the next question. It says if the number of bowlers who were expert at pace is twice those who were expert at minimum 2 skills, then at least how many bowlers were experts at only swing? PSY. It says that if the number of bowlers who were expert at pace, expert at pace ये हो गया हमारा total, is twice of those who were expert at minimum 2 skills. This is expert at 2 skills. Okay, so we need to find the minimum number of bowlers. So ये minimum करना है. So we are given that people who are expert at pace is twice those who are expert at minimum 2 skills. Okay, so we have these three regions. So let us say this part is x. Okay, so minimum 2 skills कितना हो जाएगा? X plus 22. Okay, x 9, 10, 12. X plus 22. So expert as pace कितना हो जाएगा? 2x plus 44. Okay, 2x plus 44. Now this is x 1 and 9. Okay, so we are left with x plus 10, 34. X plus 34. Okay, so now it becomes like 2x plus 44, and this becomes x plus 22. Now what we need to find? We need to find at least how many bowlers were exported only swing. So we need to find the minimum value of this, right? If this is minimum, then this should be maximum, because total is given to us. If one part is minimum, rest of the things should be maximum, right? Now x plus 34 can be max at 50. That is the condition given to us. So maximum value of x could be 16. Okay, so x 16 put kar lete, this will be 50, this is 16, so total was 107, so this is 66, so this will be minimum will be 41. Okay, so this will be 41. Okay, if you could not get through the equations, verify using the given numbers that we calculated. So experts at pace is you say 59, 60, 76. Okay. Experts at minimum 2 skills. So this is 10 and 20 and 38. So it is matching. Okay. So it is maximum also. So this is the minimum value that we will get, which is 41 bowlers. Okay. Alright, so this was this set. There is one more question from this set which I want you to try on your own. Okay, so it says if the number of bowlers who are experts at swing is less than those who are experts at pace, then at least how many bowlers were expert at swing as well as pace? Okay, so answer this in the comments of this video, and do let me know in the comments that how did you find this class. Okay, how much time you took to solve each of the sets, which of the sets you were not able to solve और कौन सा आप solve कर पाए easily. I guess वो alcohol and that fourth set was a challenging one. Rest of the ones were doable. It is just that how good practice you have, how better you understand the regions, you can solve them. So in case you are preparing for CAT and other MBA entrance examinations and wish to purchase mock tests, MBA Karo offers mock tests for different examinations. So we have this test series for CAT, which will involve 15 full length mocks and plus 10 sectionals each. Okay, so that is available for 1500. You can use coupon code HOT to get 20% off on this till the end of this month. And in case you wish to take test series for other exams, we will be launching test series for different examinations, and in this you will have this CAT, in this includes this also, plus you will have 10 for NMAT, okay, then 20 mocks for SNAP. 10 NMAT mocks are already launched, SNAP mocks are yet to be launched. Then we will have 5 for ZAT, okay, 10 for CMAT, 20 for MHCET, $10 for CUET, and 5 each for MyCAT, XGMT and SRCC. So if you are targeting these examinations, targeting multiple examinations and are looking for quality mock tests, you can take our bundle that will help you prepare for these exams. It is better to buy that bundle instead of buying individual test packs. Okay, so as in the exams are announced, I mean we will launch, we have not yet launched all these mocks. Okay, so far we have launched CAT, we have started with the CAT mocks, not all mocks launched, and NMAT mocks have been launched, and gradually we will keep launching the mocks as in the exams are announced and the pattern is announced. So these are the mocks that you will get in this bundle. So if you wish to enroll in it, you can check out the link given in the description of this video, and you can use the code HOT to get 20% off on this pack till 30th June. So this you can get as 1200 and this you can get as 4000. If you want to get the PDF of this class, please join our Telegram group where you will get the PDFs of these sessions. So this was today's session on Venn diagrams. I hope you loved the sets, the quality of the sets, very good questions. Plus if you enjoyed the explanation of the sets, don't forget to like the video and also comment the answer to that particular question on the video, and also let me know that if any of the sets which you find challenging or something new or you learned something new, please do give your feedback in the comments of this video. And if you are not a subscriber of this channel, you are missing on a lot of quality content for CAT and other MBA entrance examination. So please hit the bell icon to subscribe to the channel. So we are done with 15 classes of this series. We have 15 more to go. So keep watching this series to build your aptitude for CAT and other MBA entrance exams. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.